Kaizen had always been a person with a hunger for growth and self-improvement. Yet, as he stood at the crossroads of life, he realized that he needed a roadmap, a set of clear and meaningful goals to guide him on his journey to self-mastery. This realization marked a pivotal moment in his life, a turning point where he decided to embark on a deliberate and purposeful quest for personal development. He recognized that without a clear destination in mind, he was wandering aimlessly, like a ship without a captain or a compass. It was as if he had been climbing a mountain without knowing which peak he sought to conquer. Kaizen understood that to truly thrive and reach his full potential, he needed to chart a course for his life, one that was grounded in his values, passions, and aspirations. With this newfound determination, Kaizen embraced the process of self-reflection. He devoted time to introspection, delving deep into his core values and beliefs. He asked himself probing questions about what truly mattered to him and what he wanted to accomplish in various facets of his life. The stillness of his thoughts allowed him to uncover his most profound desires, from career aspirations to personal growth, relationships, health, and even the adventures he yearned to undertake. Through this introspective journey, Kaizen not only discovered his deepest ambitions but also unearthed a profound sense of clarity and purpose. It was as if he had been handed a treasure map that led to the greatest treasure of all, self-mastery and fulfillment. Armed with this newfound self-awareness, he was ready to take the next crucial steps in his transformational journey, applying the principles of goal setting and personal development to pave the way forward. In the tranquil embrace of the serene park near his home, Kaizen began his journey of self-discovery through profound self-reflection. Each step he took on those long walks seemed to carry him deeper into the sanctuary of his thoughts. Surrounded by the rustling leaves, he found solace in the natural world, which became a backdrop to his inner exploration. Kaizen's moments of contemplation were like openings into the very core of his being. With each stride, he pondered life's profound questions, dissecting the intricacies of his existence. He ventured into the labyrinth of his own mind, seeking answers that would illuminate his path towards self-mastery. As he gazed at the trees swaying in the gentle breeze, he realized that these moments of solitude were essential for the seeds of introspection to sprout and grow. He recognized that understanding his core values and beliefs was the cornerstone upon which he would build the framework of his life's goals and aspirations. In the midst of this natural symphony, Kaizen discovered his guiding principles. Integrity, he understood, was the unwavering pillar that upheld his character, a non-negotiable foundation for all his endeavors. Kindness emerged as the light that illuminated his interactions with others, nurturing the bonds that mattered most in his life. Continuous learning, he concluded, was the fuel that would propel him forward on his journey to self-mastery, for it was the pursuit of knowledge and growth that held the key to his personal evolution. These revelations in the park became the bedrock of his goals, the compass by which he would navigate the turbulent seas of life. Kaizen had unearthed the treasures within his own heart, and with this newfound self-awareness, he was ready to embark on the transformative quest that lay ahead, a journey infused with purpose and guided by the unwavering values of integrity, kindness, and a relentless pursuit of knowledge. Kaizen's commitment to self-mastery extended to his approach to setting goals. He knew that vague aspirations were like drifting ships without a destination. He yearned for precision, for goals that were as sharp and clear as a well-cut diamond. Initially, he contemplated the notion of excelling in his career, a noble aspiration, but one that lacked the precision required for effective goal setting. With a furrowed brow and determination in his eyes, he challenged himself to be more specific. "I want to excel in my career," he pondered, only to realize that this statement was a mere shadow of his true intentions. He craved a goal so vivid, so unmistakable, that it would guide his every step. And then it struck him like a bolt of inspiration: earn a promotion within the next 2 years by consistently exceeding my targets. Those words, now etched in his mind, held transformative power. They were not just words, they were a blueprint for success. This newly refined goal was a beacon that illuminated his path. It was no longer a vague desire but a tangible objective, complete with a timeline and a precise measure of accomplishment. Kaizen knew that to reach this pinnacle of his career, he would have to give his absolute best, consistently outperforming expectations and setting a standard of excellence that could not be ignored. With this clear and specific goal in sight, Kaizen felt an electrifying surge of motivation. It was as if he had injected purpose into his every action, and each day became a stepping stone towards the realization of his aspiration. His career had transformed from a vague notion of success into a focused mission, a journey guided by the unwavering commitment to earn that well-deserved promotion within the next 2 years. With his crystal-clear career goal set, Kaizen turned his attention to the importance of timeframes in goal setting. He understood that Rome wasn't built in a day, and meaningful progress required both short-term and long-term aspirations. For his short-term goals, Kaizen charted a path that would lead him to immediate improvements in his professional capabilities. He decided to pursue a certification course, a 6-month journey that would not only enhance his skills but also make him more competitive in his workplace. This short-term objective was like a stepping stone, a way to gain the knowledge and expertise he needed to reach his ultimate destination. In parallel, Kaizen had his sights set on the horizon. His long-term vision was to establish himself as a respected expert in his field over the next 5 years. This was a lofty goal that demanded commitment, dedication, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. It was a goal that extended beyond mere career success. It was about becoming a trusted authority in his chosen field. Kaizen's approach to goal setting was akin to building a bridge between the present and the future. The short-term goals were the initial steps, each one bringing him closer to his ultimate destination. They provided him with a sense of immediate progress and a tangible path forward. Meanwhile, the long-term goals were the guiding stars that lit up his journey, reminding him of the bigger picture and the legacy he aimed to leave. With this well-balanced approach to short-term and long-term goals, Kaizen felt a profound sense of purpose. He was no longer drifting through life but was actively shaping his destiny. The clock was ticking, and he was determined to make every moment count on his journey to self-mastery and professional excellence. Kaizen understood that to turn his aspirations into achievements, he needed a way to measure his progress. After all, a goal without a measure was like a ship without a compass. It might sail, but it wouldn't reach its intended destination. So, with a keen eye for detail and a penchant for precision, Kaizen set measurable milestones for himself. These milestones would serve as signposts along his journey, indicating that he was on the right track and making tangible progress toward his objectives. His first measurable milestone was aimed at boosting his productivity. He committed to increasing his efficiency and output by a substantial 25% within the next quarter. This specific metric would allow him to gauge not only his work performance but also his ability to adapt and improve in a short time frame. Each percentage point gained would represent a step closer to his overarching goal. But Kaizen didn't stop there. He knew that showcasing his expertise was paramount to achieving his long-term aspiration of becoming a respected expert in his field. To do this, he set another measurable milestone. He aimed to secure at least one major project that would highlight his capabilities and knowledge in the coming year. This milestone would not only validate his skills but also open doors to further opportunities and recognition. These measurable milestones weren't just abstract numbers, they were the compass he would use to navigate the tumultuous waters of career growth. They would allow him to track his progress, make necessary adjustments, and ensure that he stayed on course. Kaizen understood that with each measurable achievement, he was one step closer to his ultimate goals, and the path to self-mastery was becoming clearer with every milestone achieved. As Kaizen ventured further into his journey of self-mastery and personal development, he carried with him a profound understanding of his own limitations and a keen awareness of his current circumstances. This self-awareness would prove to be his guiding light as he set his goals. Kaizen was not one to shy away from ambition. He knew that aiming high was essential for personal growth and achievement. However, he also recognized the fine balance between ambition and realism. He firmly believed that goals should be challenging but achievable, stretching his capabilities without risking demotivation or burnout. So, as he crafted his goals, Kaizen walked the tightrope between aspiration and practicality. He set his sights high, yet ensured that his goals were firmly grounded in his present reality. This approach allowed him to chart a path that was both attainable and meaningful. For Kaizen, each goal was like a mountain to climb, and he understood that the journey was just as significant as the destination. Setting realistic goals was not about settling for mediocrity, it was about being kind to himself, acknowledging that growth was a continuous process, and that setbacks were part of the learning experience. With this balanced perspective, Kaizen embarked on his quest with unwavering determination. He knew that his goals were not unattainable dreams, they were stepping stones on his journey of self-mastery. And as he navigated the twists and turns of his path, he did so with a spirit that remained unbroken, for he understood that the journey itself was where true growth and transformation happened. Kaizen's path to self-mastery was paved with multiple goals, each holding its own significance and allure. However, he was not content with merely juggling these aspirations. He knew that to make meaningful progress, he had to prioritize. With a discerning eye, he assessed his goals, considering the impact each would have on his life. It became evident that his career growth held a special place among his ambitions. It wasn't merely a goal, it was his top priority. Kaizen understood that achieving success in his career would not only provide financial security but also unlock opportunities for personal growth, enhance his relationships, and ultimately contribute to his overall well-being. He envisioned his career growth as the nucleus of his journey, a nucleus that, when fortified, would radiate positive energy into every facet of his life. By excelling in his profession, he would not only enhance his skills and knowledge but also gain the respect and trust of his colleagues and superiors. This, in turn, would open doors to new connections, mentorships, and collaborations. Kaizen recognized that prioritizing career growth wasn't about neglecting other areas of his life but rather about channeling his energy and resources toward a goal that would serve as the linchpin of his personal development journey. He understood that as he climbed the ladder of professional success, he would acquire the tools, experiences, and confidence needed to excel in his relationships, nurture his personal growth, and embrace the adventures that awaited him. With clarity and determination, Kaizen had set his priorities straight. His career growth would be the cornerstone upon which he would build a life filled with purpose and fulfillment. And as he embarked on this focused path, he knew that the positive ripples from his career achievements would extend far and wide, enriching every aspect of his existence. As Kaizen delved deeper into the art of goal setting, he recognized that setting timeframes was the catalyst that would transform his dreams into tangible realities. He understood the power of deadlines in infusing a sense of urgency and purpose into his journey towards self-mastery. With resolute determination, he meticulously assigned deadlines to each of his goals. No longer would they be vague aspirations floating in the distant future. Instead, they became commitments to be fulfilled within specific time frames. Each goal had a clear endpoint, a date when it would be achieved. But Kaizen didn't stop there. He embraced the philosophy that success was not an event but a series of daily actions. He committed himself to taking small, consistent steps each day toward his aspirations. These were not random actions but carefully planned efforts, each aligned with his goals. His calendar, once a tool for scheduling appointments and meetings, transformed into a visual representation of his journey to success. It became a living document that held his dreams, aspirations, and daily tasks. With each task completed, he could see himself inching closer to his goals, like crossing off milestones on a map. The ticking clock was no longer a source of anxiety but a motivator, a constant reminder of the limited time he had to achieve his dreams. It was this sense of urgency that fueled his determination and pushed him to give his best effort each day. Kaizen had embraced the power of time frames, turning them into a force that propelled him towards self-mastery. With each passing day, he could see the pieces of his future falling into place, and his calendar became a testament to his unwavering commitment to success. Kaizen understood that for his goals to have a lasting impact on his journey to self-mastery, they needed to transcend mere thoughts and desires. They needed to become tangible, something he could hold on to and revisit regularly. To accomplish this, he picked up a pen and a journal. With each stroke of the pen, Kaizen breathed life into his aspirations. He documented his goals, one by one, in the crisp, blank pages of his journal. As he wrote, his dreams transformed from abstract ideas into concrete objectives. The ink on the paper made them feel real, substantial, and attainable. The act of writing down his goals wasn't merely an exercise in penmanship, it was an affirmation of his commitment. As he saw his aspirations taking shape on the pages, he felt a sense of ownership and responsibility toward their achievement. The goals were no longer distant wishes, they were now firmly rooted in his daily existence. Kaizen's journal became more than just a collection of words, it was a treasure trove of inspiration, a constant reminder of what he aimed to accomplish. It served as a compass, guiding him on his journey and keeping him on course when challenges arose. In moments of doubt or uncertainty, he would flip through the pages, reacquainting himself with his goals and the reasons behind them. This simple act reignited his determination and provided the motivation needed to push through obstacles. With pen and paper, Kaizen had transformed his dreams into written commitments. He had given his goals a voice, and each time he revisited his journal, he could hear that voice loud and clear, reminding him of the path he had chosen and reinforcing his unwavering commitment to achieving his aspirations. Kaizen recognized that achieving his goals required more than just tangible actions, it demanded a deep, unwavering belief in their attainment. To fuel this belief and infuse his journey with motivation, he embraced the powerful practice of visualization. Each morning, as the world outside began to stir, Kaizen carved out a sacred moment for himself. With closed eyes and a heart full of ambition, he embarked on a mental journey into the realm of success. It was a journey where he saw himself as the person he aspired to become. In his mind's eye, he visualized himself confidently delivering presentations in the boardroom, his words resonating with authority and knowledge. He envisioned himself receiving accolades from colleagues and superiors, recognizing his exceptional contributions. He reveled in the feeling of accomplishment, celebrating each success as if it had already come to pass. These morning visualizations weren't mere daydreams, they were powerful exercises in manifesting his dreams into reality. Kaizen knew that by consistently visualizing his success, he was programming his mind for achievement. He was reinforcing the belief that his goals were not just distant aspirations but inevitable destinations. As he opened his eyes and began his day, he carried with him the energy and confidence of those visualized successes. They were no longer distant dreams, they were the blueprint of his actions. Kaizen had unlocked the power of his mind, using it as a tool to propel him forward on his journey to self-mastery. With each passing day, his visualizations became more vivid, more real. He knew that the path to success was paved with belief, and by visualizing his achievements, he was breathing life into his goals, one vivid image at a time. Kaizen had set his sights on significant long-term goals that represented the pinnacle of his aspirations. These were the dreams that lay on the distant horizon, beckoning him forward. Yet, he knew that to reach these towering summits, he needed to break down the journey into smaller, more manageable milestones. With meticulous planning, he dissected his long-term goals into bite-sized pieces, milestones that he could conquer step by step. These milestones were like stepping stones across a river, making the journey less daunting and more achievable. For instance, if his long-term goal was to become a respected expert in his field within 5 years, he recognized that he couldn't accomplish this in one giant leap. Instead, he set annual, quarterly, and even monthly targets. These could include completing specific courses, gaining relevant certifications, publishing articles, or presenting at industry events. Each time he achieved one of these milestones, Kaizen celebrated it as a victory. These celebrations weren't extravagant, they were moments of acknowledgement and gratitude. They served as reminders that he was making progress, that he was moving in the right direction. The beauty of breaking down larger goals into smaller milestones was that it allowed Kaizen to experience success along the way. It provided him with a sense of accomplishment and motivation, fueling his determination to keep moving forward. As he stood at the foot of his long-term goals, he knew that they were no longer insurmountable mountains but a series of hills he had successfully climbed. With each milestone achieved, his confidence grew, and his path to greatness became clearer and more attainable. Kaizen understood that the journey to self-mastery was not about taking giant leaps but about consistently taking small, purposeful steps. It was about celebrating the victories, no matter how small they seemed, as they were the building blocks of his path to greatness. In his pursuit of self-mastery and personal growth, Kaizen possessed a deep understanding of life's inherent unpredictability. He recognized that while setting goals was essential, rigidity could be detrimental. Therefore, he embraced the principle of staying flexible, knowing that adaptability was a hallmark of resilience. Kaizen's journey was not a straight path but a winding road filled with unexpected twists and turns. He understood that external circumstances, personal growth, and evolving priorities could necessitate adjustments to his goals. This adaptability was not a sign of weakness but a testament to his strength and determination. He knew that sometimes, despite his best efforts, circumstances could change. New opportunities could emerge, or unforeseen challenges could arise. In such moments, Kaizen did not cling stubbornly to his initial goals. Instead, he remained open to revision and adaptation, viewing these changes as opportunities for growth and learning. Kaizen's commitment to resilience extended beyond his goals. It was a fundamental part of his character. He believed that true resilience wasn't about resisting change but about embracing it with an open heart and a flexible mindset. It was about finding new ways to navigate challenges and seizing unexpected opportunities. As he continued his journey, Kaizen carried with him the wisdom that staying flexible was not a sign of weakness but a testament to his adaptability and determination. It was a reminder that the path to self-mastery was not a rigid line but a dynamic, ever-evolving journey. With each twist and turn, he remained steadfast in his commitment to growth, knowing that adaptability was a key ingredient in his recipe for success. One evening, as the soft glow of twilight enveloped Kaizen's cozy living room, he decided to take a step that would further solidify his commitment to his goals. He invited a trusted friend over for a cup of tea, not just for the warmth of the beverage but to share the warmth of his dreams and aspirations. As they sat together, sipping tea, Kaizen began to speak from the heart. He talked about his journey, his core values, and the crystal-clear goals he had set for himself. He shared his ambitions in his career, his quest for self-mastery, and his vision of becoming a respected expert in his field. His friend listened attentively, offering not only a sympathetic ear but also words of encouragement and support. The friend's presence provided a safe space for Kaizen to voice his aspirations and fears, making the goals feel more tangible and attainable. With each word he shared, Kaizen felt a renewed sense of purpose and motivation. He realized that his journey was not a solitary one but a shared experience, enriched by the bonds of friendship and the power of encouragement. His friend's belief in his abilities added an extra layer of motivation, pushing him to strive even harder for his goals. As they finished their tea, Kaizen's heart was filled with gratitude for his friend's unwavering support. The act of sharing his goals had not only strengthened their friendship but had also ignited a deeper passion within him. He understood that his journey was not just about achieving personal success. It was about the connections he formed along the way and the shared experiences that made the pursuit of his goals even more meaningful. With his friend's encouragement echoing in his heart, Kaizen continued his journey towards self-mastery, armed not only with his own determination but also with the knowledge that he had a steadfast ally by his side. As the seasons changed, so did the landscape of Kaizen's journey towards self-mastery. He had come to understand that setting meaningful goals was only the beginning. The true essence of his progress lay in his ability to review his path, to assess his achievements, and to glean valuable lessons from his setbacks. Periodically, as the world outside transformed with the passing of time, Kaizen retreated to the quiet corners of introspection. With unwavering dedication, he reviewed his journey, both the steps he had taken and the ground he had covered. Each review was a moment of reflection, an opportunity to celebrate his achievements, and an occasion to learn from his setbacks. Kaizen celebrated his achievements not with extravagant fanfare, but with a sense of fulfillment and gratitude. Each goal achieved was a testament to his determination and perseverance. It served as a reminder of his capacity for growth and self-mastery. These moments of celebration fueled his motivation, propelling him to continue his journey with renewed vigor. Yet, Kaizen was not immune to setbacks. He understood that challenges were an inherent part of growth. Rather than viewing setbacks as failures, he saw them as opportunities for learning and improvement. He analyzed what had gone wrong, identified areas for adjustment, and emerged from each setback with greater resilience and wisdom. With each review, Kaizen's journey towards self-mastery became a continuous cycle of growth and refinement. He knew that his path was not linear but a series of peaks and valleys. And in this ebb and flow of progress, he found his true strength, the determination to keep moving forward. As he looked back on the seasons that had passed, Kaizen saw not just the changing landscape of his journey but the transformation of himself. He had become a person driven by purpose, guided by meaningful goals, and strengthened by the wisdom gained from every review. The path to greatness was not just a destination, it was an exhilarating adventure, and Kaizen was fully immersed in the journey, committed to becoming the best version of himself, one season at a time.